guys! Welcome to my crib, I guess. As you can probably already tell, this is going to be a different video. I honestly don't even know what this video is going to be. I just didn't feel comfortable posting a regular video. Especially the video that was going to be posted today was Motivation Makeup Monday, which is a very like upbeat, happy video, like, you know, go do things in life kind of a thing. And it's like, we're in the middle of a pandemic. A pandemic. You know, as you probably know, I don't think I have to explain it to you guys. And it just didn't feel right, and I don't ever want to post something if it doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, so this video is just going to be really raw, really non-edited. I might edit a little bit if I take long pauses and stuff, but other than that, I'm not going to make any crazy edit of this. I'm literally filming this like 2 hours before it has to be like uploaded and posted, so... Anyways, that aside, I guess this video is kind of gonna be me reporting on the situation where I live and also some thoughts surrounding this pandemic. Disclaimer, I'm not sick. I guess it could look like I'm sick because I'm laying in my bed. I'm not sick. I am, however, because I live in Norway, I am on lockdown. I call it lockdown because technically I'm not quarantined, but we're like highly suggested or advised to stay home. We just don't have any like way of enforcing it. Like, it's a very like peaceful country and we can't force people to do anything basically because I guess it like affects your personal autonomy or something, like something with human rights. So it's not like military over here or anything, but basically you have to stay home. Like, anyways, so I guess, I don't know if I already said it, but I live in Norway. You've probably not heard about what's going on in Norway because the news doesn't really report on it, even though Norway is actually the second most infected country next to Italy. I don't know if it's in the world or if it's in Europe. It's probably in Europe because China's probably worse. You know what I mean? Anyway, so it's really bad over here, but people, like the news doesn't seem to report on that, so here I am to report on it, I guess, is what this video is gonna be. I actually did write this text that I was gonna post to my Facebook, but that I didn't post. Just because I don't want to start this whole discussion. Like, that's not really the aim of this, to like start debate about it. It's more just like trying to get people to see the reality of it, because basically I have a lot of friends in Canada, specifically Manitoba, Canada, and people seem to not take it seriously. In places where it isn't that, I guess, serious yet, or that many people that have it yet, people seem to be not taking it that seriously and just thinking it's like the media. I see people all the time saying that the media is making this a bigger deal than it is, blah blah blah. Meanwhile, I'm literally sitting here in my own home country, Norway, lockdown, schools are shut down. Sorry, that was my brother. I don't know if you could hear that. Schools are shut down, airspace just shut down. People are losing their job, people are not going to work. I couldn't even go to my physiotherapy session. I'm just gonna open this here. I couldn't even go to my physiotherapy session. Not that I really care. I mean, I would rather not get this sickness and then the possibility of spreading it to other people that can die from it. I don't care about my physiotherapy in the grand scheme of the possibility of like getting sick and stuff. So anyways, the point is, shit is going down, shit is serious, and I think that people that in places where it isn't that serious yet think that the media is just being hysterical, yet over here in Europe it's fucking going crazy. Like, Italy is all shut down. You probably have heard of Italy, you probably haven't heard of Norway. Countries are shutting down. A lot of airplanes are being cancelled, and honestly, you know, when governments and stuff is banning air travel and stuff, that's when you know shit is serious, because it's starting to affect the economy. And you know, when things start to affect money, it's serious. Like, I just want to add that I mean that in the sense that governments care so much about money that, you know, when it affects like money, you know shit's going down. I don't know. Anyways, I'm going off on a rant here. I don't know what the point of this video is. Like I said, I'm just gonna read this text though. I'll put it up on the screen. That's some of the editing I will do. So, I never rant on here, but I have a novel coming, so buckle in. Tongue face. People back in Manitoba, Canada be like, the coronavirus isn't that serious, y'all gotta chill. The media is blowing it out of proportion. Meanwhile, Norway saw the first case of the coronavirus February 26th, about 2 weeks ago, and has now started shutting down due to how fast it is spreading. Schools are shut down, public events are banned, bars and restaurants are pretty much all closed down. People are instructed to work from home if possible and not to do any unnecessary travel, avoid buses, etc. and you're put on quarantine if you've left the country and come back. And this is happening all over Europe. Like, in my experience, the people that are calling this like being blown out of proportion is people that live places that it isn't going all, you know, rampant basically. And Europe is the hub of it right now. And I live in Europe. Duh. And then I go on, just a quick reminder that just because you're not directly affected doesn't mean that the rest of the world isn't. Also, just because things are fairly good now where you are doesn't mean things won't be different 2 weeks from now. Considering you're seeing some of the first cases in Manitoba, Canada, right now, if it spreads as fast as Norway, you could see schools, bars, restaurants, public events, etc. closed in a couple weeks from now. And for all of those who say, well, not that many people really die from it, so just chill. First of all, if you're healthy, yes, you likely won't die, but think of the people around you who may be vulnerable. It is a bit of a privilege to say, well, I won't die, so who cares? Secondly, aside from the health aspect, this affects so much more than that. The global economy will be affected who knows how much, and again, that's not to like minimize the fact that people are dying, but this is affecting like a lot of other things as well. And just because you're not the one that's gonna die doesn't mean you can't aid in someone else dying. Like, I don't know. Thirdly, people's personal lives get affected once things start to shut down. We are seeing a situation here in Norway now and elsewhere. I'm just talking about my own situation. I'm not trying to be like, you know, making Norway the center of attention. I'm just using it as an example. Anyways, we're seeing a situation here in Norway now where people can't go to work either because their work is banned or because their young kids aren't going to school and they need to stay home with their kids. It therefore puts stress on people in that way as well, not to take away from the health side of things, like, you know, the fact that people are actually dying. For instance, my dad is a pilot and there are many things that are unknown regarding his job at the moment. I wrote this a couple days ago, so that's my dad already left for Spain, but I say here, he's leaving for Spain tomorrow and we don't know when he will be able to come back since he will be put in quarantine if he enters Norway again, and as such can't go back to work again. And who knows, Norway could close the borders completely at some point. Then there's the added burden of my dad getting sick since he is traveling. So I guess people also forget that people, not just pilots, but pilots are exposing themselves to this. They're traveling, they're going, you know, they have to work, just like health people, like people in hospitals and stuff have to go to work and they have to potentially expose themselves to this. Like, anyways, update on my dad. It was not funny, but it was like, we were just watching him because on his way to Spain, you can watch like flight radar, you can look at all the planes and stuff online. It's like, Google it. Anyways, and we're watching it, like making sure he gets into Spain because things are like, by the minute things are changing, right? Everything's like happening so like fast here in Europe. And then we saw a bunch of planes do a U-turn, like they're on their way to Spain and then they're like doing a U-turn, and we're hoping that that's not going to happen to my dad because he has to go to Spain and then from Spain to England because he's going with Ryanair, so that he, like the company he works for, so that he gets his flight for free because he's with the company, and so he has to go to Spain and then to England to get this. Anyway, it's a long story. Basically, he has to get into Spain if he's gonna even be able to work. He ended up getting into Spain and then he got the fuck out of there like 2 hours later because they literally were closing all the airports and stuff. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I guess I'm just updating you guys on my dad. He's in England now and he's doing some simulator stuff, but it does look like he's not gonna be able to work and that he has to come home and shit like that. And like I've said earlier, like not to downplay that people are dying, but this is also affecting people's livelihood. Like, my dad's probably out of a job now and it's like he's the main source of income, so it's like, how are we going to sustain ourselves, how are we going to eat, kind of a thing. So aside from the actual virus getting to you, this is affecting people's income, which in turn can affect whether or not they can live, like whether or not they can eat. Like, it can lead people into poverty basically. I feel so weird making a super serious video. Just because, like, if you follow me, you know that I'm not that serious of a person. Well, sometimes I am, but anyways. Why does my computer sound like it's taking off? I continue. So before you come screaming from your little bubble that people are freaking out for no reason, there are people who have reason to be worried. There are people directly affected by this. Also, your bubble may be popped very soon if you see the virus spread as quick as in Norway, and all of Europe for that matter. I actually have a friend now that most likely has the virus. Like, this isn't a joke. Like, I don't know, I'm just getting so annoyed from all the people I see. It's okay making some memes about it, but I just don't like when people say that the media is blowing it out of proportion, yet I am directly living in this situation right now, and it's like, it's only coming from people who are living somewhere where it's not that serious yet. It's coming though. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. All that being said, of course, don't do irrational things like hoard a bunch of toilet paper or buy all the antibac. Just don't. Like, in that sense, y'all need to chill. The world isn't ending. We'll get through this. Just be mindful of other people. So that was my little rant. I hope that people understand where I'm coming from. I just, like, I don't know. It's like, the media is not blowing it out of proportion. Like, I'm literally on lockdown. And I'm literally gonna be actually quarantined soon because my dad's coming home soon, and because he's coming from a different country, I'm gonna be quarantined. Not that I'm really complaining about that, like, in the sense that I am gonna stay home and I am not gonna go anywhere, like, unless I need to, kind of a thing. Like I'm not complaining about staying home. It's the right thing to do. I guess I want to end the video just by saying, just don't be a dick. Be mindful. Just because you're not gonna die from this doesn't mean other people can't die or get violently ill. Like, follow your government suggestions. Like, here, like, I'm staying in because I know even if I don't feel like I'm sick, I could be sick and I could transfer that to someone and they get sick and then they transfer it to someone who may die from it. Like, this isn't a joke. And something I also wanted to say is that I think it's important that we take care of each other and ourselves mentally in this time, because it can be really isolating not to, like, be able to go out and do the things you usually do, and a lot of us might be in an economic crisis personally, and I think it's important to, I guess, take a step back. I think we're all really go, 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 and, like, always on the run, and I think that this might be some time to take a step back, not to make this, like, to sound like a positive thing, but take a step back to do things that you don't usually give yourself time to do. Like, I'm playing Pokemon. That's why I'm... Fuck my... Sorry, a friend just tried to call me. That's so annoying. I get so distracted. Holy fuck. But yeah, like, I'm taking some time to play Pokemon, read a book, do something to keep yourself busy. Anything that keeps you inside. Like, I've been seeing people in Norway, like, partying and shit. And it's like, how irresponsible can you be? One thing is partying, like, or like having, like, drinking with the people you're in a household with. Like, I saw these people, they live in an apartment and they're, like, watching movies and drinking wine, like, that's cool. But, like, going to, like, house parties and shit, like, are you actually stupid? Like how irresponsible? I don't know. It just makes me mad. Like, anything, like, honestly, if it takes you making this into a self-care time for yourself and you know, having spa nights and anything that keeps you at home, I think is a good thing. Like, I'm taking this time to take a step back. I also wanted to let you guys know that I will be taking a bit of a step back from my channel. I'm not gonna post Thursday because I actually feel like I need some time to myself. Both because of what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm just in a weird headspace. Like, I'm fine, but at the same time I just feel like it's odd to be posting, like, the regular videos that I always post. You know, like, super motivational and, like, do things in life when, like, we can't really do things right now. Other than, I guess, make videos if you're a YouTuber, but I'm gonna take a break. Only, I think, I'm not gonna post on Thursday, and I think I am gonna start posting on Monday again, and it will be Motivation Makeup Monday, which might be weird, but I did film that before all this went down, because I do pre-film my content, so if it's weird that I'm posting Motivation Makeup Monday on Monday, that's why. I'll put a disclaimer in the beginning of that video, I think. But where was I going with this? I guess the end message is just, I guess I'm not trying to make you hysterical, but I'm also trying to make people realize that there's a reason why governments are reacting the way they're doing. Like I said, once it affects economy, like money, you know it's serious. Once flights are getting fucking cancelled and shit, you know that it's serious, because if there's anything people are driven by, it's money. Sorry, my camera just stopped recording, but if there's anything people are driven by, it is money. It is money, and so it's like, if things are closing down and like economies are being affected, it's obviously serious. So I don't get why people are so, like... Anyways, I'm not gonna go off on that tangent again, but I guess my main message is to take care of each other, take care of people that are sick, in the sense of, or that could potentially get sick, in the sense of following your government's orders. That sounds too intense, but just, like, be responsible. If your government tells you to stay home, stay home. Like, it's not that hard. Like, find things to do. Actually, I think that's a video I'm gonna be making, is what to do while in quarantine, because I think that it could actually be useful. There's so many things you could do. Take this time, whatever. I'm going on a tangent. I'm just gonna end. I think you get the point. I'm not trying to make you guys hysterical, but also there's like a happy medium between being hysterical and buying all the toilet paper and saying this isn't, the media is just making this a big deal when it's not. Stay home, take care of yourself, take care of other people. By staying home, you're actually you both have the opportunity to do some self-care and self-reflection, and in so doing, you're actually like potentially not spreading it to other people. I forgot to add that this is basically the one time where being a lazy piece of shit is being productive. So it's like, why can you not be a lazy piece of shit now, but you can when we're not like supposed to be a lazy piece of shit? Anyways, I guess I almost want to say sorry for this super serious video, but at the same time no, because there's like no other content I could have posted today. I feel I had to address it. I couldn't just like make my regular videos. Anyways, I'm gonna continue to play some Pokemon, and I suggest you do something similar. I'm gonna go, guys. Yeah. Take care of yourself. Bye.